Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about waking up early. It is a thing. It has been a thing for a very long time now. You should wake up early. Should you be waking up early? How to wake up early? How to actually wake up early? A lot of people actually follow this thing and they change from being a night owl to a morning person. But there are still a lot of people who are like, well, you sleep earlier if you wake up earlier, so what changes really, You're gonna spend the same exact time sleeping, so why should you actually wake up earlier? Well, this video is exactly to answer that question, but also another question. Should you personally become an early bird? After we answer those two questions, I have a super cool tip for you guys at the end of this video, so make sure that you watch the whole thing. Let's start with answering the first question, shall we? What is actually different when you sleep early and wake up early? This brings us to another question actually, which is what do you do after you have your dinner? What do you do in the evenings? Majority of people actually chill after dinner. It's really hard to concentrate on things because your body is tired, your brain is tired. So after dinner, it's really hard to be productive and to do some work. And if you think that after dinner is actually chill time, how much time do you actually need chilling? Let's say you have dinner around 7 p.m. and you go to bed around 2 a.m. This is 7 hours chilling a day. Like I said, probably not productive 7 hours because other family members, the people you share your life with, are probably not working as well. So it's literally just dead chill time. And I'm not saying that it's not needed, I'm just saying that 7 hours is quite long for just chilling. You absolutely want to spend time on yourself, with your family, reading, chilling, taking a bath. These things are necessary. But do you really need 7 hours? Let's take an example of spending 3 hours in the evenings after dinner. Let's say you finish work by 6, you have dinner by 7. That brings us to 10 p.m., 11 p.m. mark. And if you reverse engineer from there, and if you know how much sleep you actually need, by the way, if you don't, use sleep analysis apps. They're brilliant. If you're someone who needs 8 hours of sleep like I do, and you calculate from 10 p.m. the 8 hours of sleep, it brings you to 6 a.m. wake up time. So actually what I'm trying to say is if you're not being productive and if you are always thinking about the things that you need to do, but you feel like you don't have time, please analyze how much time do you actually spend in the evenings. Because if you spend 7 hours with, chill time and you go to bed late and you wake up late and then you don't have time in the day to do things that you want to do, waking up early could be a good idea. By the way, if you're new here or you've been watching me for a while and you're not subscribed, please do so. I think this concept is really cool, like you don't need as much time in the evenings, so you can use the time different. If you were doing something before dinner, earlier, if you're not productive after dinner as well. But why else would someone become an early bird? Well, if you wake up early and if you start work before anybody else does, these are the things that happen for you. You answer your emails very early in the morning and people are not up yet, so they're not going to answer you back. You know what I mean. If you send an email and you get a response within 5 minutes, you answer back, you get a response, and this will take hours and hours and hours. What's great is that you send an email in the morning and you don't check your inbox until, 5 p.m. again. So they might reply, but you did your email part for the morning. So you're not going to be caught up in this, back and forth emailing the whole day. That's a productivity killer. We know that. This checking your inbox 2 times a day is actually one of the life hacks that I mentioned in my previous video, which is all about life hacks that save you time. So if you're interested in saving more time, then make sure that you watch that video after this one. Anyway, back to the topic. When you wake up earlier and you start working earlier, by lunchtime, you already have so many things done. Many people, if not all, feel very productive if they feel accomplished, if they feel successful. So chances are, if you have done a lot of things until lunch, your afternoon will be even more productive and you're gonna get so much more done until dinner. All of us have that one thing every single day that we absolutely don't wanna do. We absolutely procrastinate on. But if you get that one thing done, you're done, you did the most important thing of the day. You can relax. You don't have to stress about these things. If you wake up late and if you try to catch up with, emails and whatever is happening around you until let's say 11, then you'll feel stressed about getting that one thing done pretty much the whole day. But if you wake up early, catch up in the early hours and start with that one thing as early as possible, you'll feel less stressed and overwhelmed. And we all know what stress does to our bodies. And trust me, the catching up with the world is definitely taking longer when you start catching up later, because the world is up and awake and they start doing things, especially in the afternoons. I think the world gets faster and faster after 10, 11. So people are gonna, email you, message you, do things that will change your plans. So when you start early and you do your things that you needed to do, and start, responding to the rest of the world, you're gonna be much more productive. Let me tell you this. I was someone who never thought would be able to talk about these things because I thought I was never going to be able to wake up earlier. I'm not a morning person by nature at all, and I struggled with my sleep my whole life. I went to sleep clinics, I took pills, I tried everything. I actually told you how disorganized and crazy my life was in another video. But I just want to tell you that body learns. Your body will learn to wake up if you train it to. Our bodies don't know if it's a Monday or a Sunday, so consistency is key. Waking up early every single day is really important to create this body clock. But once it understands that you go to bed around 10 and wake up around 6, it gets into that habit. I didn't believe it. Trust me, I was like, no, I'm not like that. I have something wrong with my body. I have something wrong with my brain. I don't. I'm not the exception. Probably you're not either. But the point is, if you don't go to bed at 10 and if you go to bed at 3 and still try to wake up at 6, of course you're not going to be able to wake up because your body needs more sleep. So you have to adjust your sleeping times as well. Back to the why you should become, or if you should become, an early bird. When you wake up early and get a lot of things done, you're already feeling like you're ahead of time, you're ahead of your to-do list. Then you can relax a little bit in your workday and not try to make it, not try to finish your tasks until 6 p.m. hits, because it's almost never nice working late, in the evenings while everybody else is chilling. So we try to finish everything by 6, but if you start late, then that's going to create stress, as we talked before. Another point is, why do you wake up anyway? Do you wake up because work tells you to wake up at a certain time so that you can, be at your desk, well, probably your home desk right now, at a certain time? That is letting external factors decide on how you and when you start your days. Remember, your life is consisting of your days, and you should be in full control of when those days start. I wake up at 5:30 every day, including Sundays, not because I have work to do, but because I want to start my day. I want to start my day when the sun is up. I want to start my day as early as possible so I can have a really relaxed 2-hour morning routine if I want to. I designed my ideal day and my ideal morning routine that makes me start every day feeling really good. And in that perfect day flow, when I wake up at 5:30, everything works. And I should say this, I work for myself, so I could wake up at 12 if I wanted to. Nobody's telling me to work between, 8 and 6. But as someone who has the flexibility to wake up whenever and is still deciding to wake up at 5:30, I'm telling you, it makes the biggest difference. Again, it's your life. You decide when your days start. If work starts at 9 for you, then try to wake up at 6, get your personal things done so that they don't nag you. You get your workout out of the way so you're already feeling like you did so much before anything starts. So these are the things that are different when you sleep earlier and wake up earlier. Yes, it's the same amount of hours, but you're still having a completely different day flow. And let's go to the second question now. Should you be waking up earlier? If everything I've just told you resonate with you or sound good to you, yeah, try it out. There's nothing wrong with trying things out. But if you prefer to work in the evenings, if you feel like you're more productive after dinner, if your lifestyle allows it, if your line of work requires it, or if the people you share your life with actually works with this schedule as well, then no, don't try to wake up earlier. Don't do what everybody else tells you to do. You do you. It's your life. You don't have to wake up early just because everybody else says that it's great. If you have decided that you want to wake up earlier, not at 5 yet, but a little bit earlier, then here comes that cool tip I mentioned in the beginning of the video. It's actually an app, and this video is not sponsored. It's called the barcode alarm. I think it's the best alarm app out there, and trust me, I tried many of them. This app requires you to actually scan a barcode for it to turn off. Of course, what you do is to use the barcode from your toothpaste, or in my case, my face wash, so that I have to go to the bathroom to turn the alarm off. But it also has a function called Don't Wake Up My Spouse, so you can just click on it and for 10 seconds, it's not gonna make any sound until you go to the bathroom to scan that barcode. It's very unlikely to go back to bed once your feet are on the ground. I think everything else failed for me except this one. And the same app also has a go to bed nagger that is telling you to go to bed if you want to wake up at the time that you set your alarm for the next day, which is, I think, brilliant. I use my phone's alarms for this. It's like, go to bed, you should be going to bed soon, you know, like read in bed, you can go to bed now. And this like nagging and reminding is telling you, the smarter version of you decided on this now, so listen to your past self and go to bed. This app, combined with a morning routine that you absolutely love and that you can't wait to do, is the perfect prescription to wake up earlier. So yeah, this is the video of today. Now, you tell me, when do you wake up normally? And are you happy with that time? Make sure you comment below with your answers. For those of you who are not feeling happy with your current wake up times, I know that horrible feeling. Oh, I couldn't wake up again. I overslept again. I couldn't wake up when I wanted to. Every single morning I had that feeling. And it's the worst way to start a day. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, you only have one life, and that life consists of days. What else can you get out of the one life you live? I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye.